Hi there, cozy travelers. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on my video. And if you're already subscribed, thank you for coming back. For today, this is a really super impromptu video. I did have other ones in mind, but I did get some really awesome goodies from the site Surugaya, which is a Japanese, technically a secondhand shop, but so much of their stuff there, even though it is technically secondhand, is so like high quality. So I like to glance on there from time to time. And when I actually went to go glance at it, a pen that I had actually given up trying to get showed up on there. And I think I'm going to start with that one first. And then I'll show the other pen that I got, because that one actually came with some other goodies, which is really cool. So let me start with that and we'll keep going. I have, if you've watched my, if you watched my pen videos and the pens that I collected in 2024, there was one pen that came up that is probably one of my prized possessions, and that is my Sailor Kuroko collab pen for the character of Kagami. And I had mentioned in that video that there were other characters from the show that I just didn't get because the price, it just didn't make sense to me at the time. So I was really glad that I at least had my favorite character from the show. That being said, there is the partner pen, which is the other character that because the anime is a sports anime, so the person that he plays closely with in basketball is Kuroko, which is what the anime is based off of. He's like the main character. And so that one was a blue pen that I just kind of was like, it's probably not going to happen. And then when I was thinking of getting it again, it wasn't available. So I kind of just passed it off. But like I said, I saw it on the Surugaya site. So let me actually just put this here for right now. And just prefaces, I did also open all these already because there was no way I could get my package and not open them. So I did already open them and do some peeking at some colors, but I did want to open it again with everybody just to show everyone the cool box. So it comes with the cardboard box on the outside. And there's the only difference in box between this one and the black and red one is the color on the side. So that's the only difference. The other one is red. This one's a blue, like a baby blue. So open this up. And you get your sailor information, which I think this is technically like your code in case there's any issues with it. But because the pen is out of the country, I don't think the warranty really works for me. Kind of a little instruction manual on how to fill it up. Again, I think a way on showing you how to fill up the bottle, because what's really cool about this is that it does come with an exclusive color made specifically for the characters' colors. Like I said, this one's like a baby blue, so that's what that is. And then we have here the Kuroko's Basketball X Sailor collab. Permico, I think it's a company that releases a lot of the items for this anime. Also, I think this is adorable. They're writing at the table with their fountain pens. And then, yeah, the piece de resistance. So this beauty is Kuroko's pen. It's perfect blue. And again, I actually have a card here, which is like, this is great. I love that. And what's really cool is, so this has, just like this one does, it has a character's item. So this one is a ring on the necklace that the character wears. And this one, he's always found drinking like soda. So they have like a little cup there. And just like, again, the other pen, on the nib itself is the number, the character's number in the game. So he's number 11. The other one's number 10. Oh, it's just such a pretty pen. And then here's the exclusive color. I haven't looked up what Tenku means. I do know the Junetsu, which is the color. I actually have it over here. Junetsu, which is the one that came with the red pen, means passion. So I'm actually curious as to what Tenku is. But again, it comes in like one of these really cool sailor bottles with the, I don't know if it's going to see it because of the bubbles, but there's like a little plastic cup inside that helps you fill your pen in. So you can get like the last drop of everything. And then of course you get your little converter, which I already took out because it's already in the pen. Yeah, so that's that. Super cute. I closed it back up. And the other thing that I got with it that isn't technically part of it, but I guess released at the time when the pens came out, which is a this little notepad with, again, that art with the characters using their pens. And it's just a really cute like little notepad. So this is actually the one that I got when I got this pen. I already opened it and tested it out. I think, yeah, I tested it out just to see like how it fountain pen inks worked on it, and that was a mistake. I think I dropped it on ink, but even then, like that didn't go through. There was barely any ghosting or bleed through, and so yeah, I want to write little notes now. I could use it because I did order another one. So now I have a closed up one that is with my shelves with the items from the show, and then I have one that I could actually use, which is really cool. So that one was one, like I said, I had really been looking to get. Now this one that I'm going to show was more of an impulsive buy because it was at a really good price, and the pen just really looked cool. And that is this Sailor collab with the anime Tiger and Bunny. I have actually not watched the show. It's definitely something up my alley though, because it is a mecha anime, which means it's like robots. So I definitely want to check it out. So it's funny that since the filming of these clips for this video, I've actually now watched all of season 1 and the movie in between season 1 and season 2. I'm about to actually watch season 2 because the 2 seasons are up on Netflix, and I'm now a big fan. The categorizing as a mecha anime was not 100% inaccurate, but when I think more of mecha, I think of like Gundam series and stuff like that, so like big robots. And their suits are like robotic, but the show isn't based around that. So that's actually about superheroes, which that actually I did not expect. So there's like a whole cast of characters with abilities, and Kotetsu, which is the guy here in green, Wild Roar, was my favorite character, and his partner Barnaby, which is the guy in the red here, is also great, and everybody else that works with them at the company. And yeah, so it's kind of funny that getting this pen introduced me to a show that I'm now a really big fan of. Before I open it though, I have this little thing here. This one also actually came with some note paper and cards, and I guess it's based on the company that's in the show, Apollon Media. So I thought that was kind of cute. And then, so yeah, so this one is the pen, and then it actually came with some extra inks, which is really cool. I'm going to open the pen first and then show the other inks. So this is the box, and Sternbild, I believe, is the name of the design that's on the pen, and that's really cool. It's got like that gold foil. Like they really do outdo themselves with the anime collab pens. Yeah, like there's even art on the inside of the box. So I'm definitely going to be keeping the box because that's not something I do with every pen. I typically get rid of some of them, especially if it's like repeat like Sailor boxes. Same thing. And then there's like the Tiger and Bunny logo. And yes. Ooh, yep. So this is the pen. See if I could. It's like a dark blue with like glitter, making it almost look like the sky. And then you have this, it says a Statue of Justice on here. And on the nib, actually even this has really cool engraving on it. And then on here, it has the name Sternbild on the nib, which is really cool. For all the collab pens they do, unfortunately, they only do a fine nib, which I will say is not my favorite nib. But I still love the pens and I still use them, even though, like I said, a Sailor fine is not my favorite. For what it is, it's not scratchy because they're all 14K nibs. So you really do still get that smoothness. I just typically like a juicier nib, so I typically like a medium, and even a medium fine is perfect for me. Fine is a little bit too fine, but I think it's great for what it is. Let's see if I could get this bottle a little closer. Taking the whole box apart. All right, I don't know if it's going to show it, but it says Sternbild Night Blue. So this looks like a really rich, dark blue, probably like a blue-black. And then it came with a little card. Something on the back there, but it's really nice, like heavy-duty cardstock. And that just kind of goes right there. Super cute. Love that. And then it's out of the way, and then here's the other box. And again, that has artwork on the inside, which I believe these two characters pertain to the colors in here. And then there you have Wild Roar Green and Star Rookie Red, which I love the bottles looking at each other. So cool. So again, even though I haven't watched the show, I'm definitely gonna it's on my list now to watch it this year because of the pen. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna swatch the colors that came with them, and then maybe wrap up from there. Because that's really all I got. It was those two pens, but I'm super stoked to potentially ink them up. I don't know if the blue one will make it for my spring pens because I don't really have any dark blues, but the light blue I might use for the Studio 140 that I have inked up right now. But yep, let me come back and we'll do some ink swatching. Alrighty, try to get everything into frame. So I have this, I forgot what paper this is. I think it's the Perpanep. I forgot if it was, what brand made this, but it's just like a smooth paper. I do typically use Tomoe River paper, and I actually already did swatch these on that paper, but so I wanted to try it on something else. So what I'm thinking of doing is swatching bigger colors on here and then doing the writing sample on the cute little note card that came with the notepad. Yeah, so let's get started. I guess I'm gonna start first with the Sailor Tetsuya Kuroko ink, which is that blue. Oh, cool. So now you can see that plastic part I was talking about a little better. So that part catches the ink, so when you fill your pen in, you don't have to worry about it not filling it all the way. So, I should probably get more ink on that. I don't know how the paper is going to react with the ink, so this is going to be really interesting. But because I always swatch on Tomoe River paper, I thought it would be fun to kind of just swatch on something else this time. And then maybe we'll do a little line. That's cool. Okay. I have my little paper towel on the side with some water. Hopefully the mic isn't picking up too much of the ruffling. Alright, cool. So that's that. Actually, let me do the writing sample too while I'm at it. Okay, so we'll put Sailor X. K and B is like the abbreviation mostly used for the anime. just because it's such a long title, so K and B is just easier. So put Tetsuya Kuroko, and the name is Tenku, I think. Yeah, Tenku. Beautiful. Oh yeah, it's such a really at least in the writing sample, it's like a really dusty light blue. So that's gonna be really pretty. And I think it is very similar to my 140, but the 140 might be a little bit more vibrant. Maybe I'll go through my inks and just kind of see if I have anything similar to it. So I was gonna pull the green one, but I think I'm gonna do the blue one instead. Keeping that family. So this is again the Stern Build Night Blue, which is, like I said, I think is gonna be really, yeah, rich dark black blue. There we go. It's a little further up. There we go. All right, so this is, do the same thing. I'll put the collab name. Tiger and bunny. Stern Build Night Blue. Oh, yeah, the ink itself is really wet. I like that. Cool. So let's go to the green one next. It's really drying quickly on this paper. And I wonder if there's any cool properties to these, because I know with the red one that came with the Kuroko collab, there's some really pretty sheening to it in the red. So I wonder if the red that's with this Sailor pen is the same, or if it's actually going to be different. That's a really pretty green. Okay. I'm going to be writing Tiger and Bunny quite often. Wild Roar Green. Oh yeah, that's a really pretty green. Alright, awesome. So far I'm loving all the colors. I'm going to end it with the red one. Huh. Okay, there's like some pink to it. Almost like a corally tone underneath there. Oh, yeah. I could tell you right now, it's definitely different than the other red one I have. The limited edition one. Whoa. Okay, yeah. That's really pretty. Okay, and then we'll do our last writing sample. And I will try to keep the ink away from myself because I'm prone to spilling ink. So if I could keep it away from myself, probably the better. And this one is Star Rookie Red. put that back into frame. Awesome. So let this dry down, and then I'll come in. Maybe I'll put up a little closer, and then also see if I have any inks that are similar to these. Alright. Putting you guys a little closer. This one is cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm showing you right now on the paper where I swatched it. You'll see like a lot of cool shading on the green and the reddish one. Not so much in the dark blue one, but the blue is really gorgeous. And then you have that one there. But like I said, I also swatched it on Tomoe River paper, and these are pretty close. This definitely shows up more blue. This one has more of like a purple tint to it, and there's definitely some sheening to it. Not a really like crazy amount of sheen, but there is some there. Yeah, you can see it. Again, for the green, there's a little bit like of a green sheen. Very slight though. But the difference in this one is crazy. So on the Perpinat paper, it's more pinkish. And then on the Tomoe River paper, it's like high green sheen and almost looks like orange red. So that's kind of a crazy difference amongst those two. And then what I'm going to do too is I'm going to see if I have any inks that are kind of close to these colors. So on the first one here, the Tenku, the closest I have based on the Tomoe River paper is the Sailor Studio 140. They both have that kind of like light purple undertone. Still both really dusty blues. So if you want to kind of test out what this color would be like, the Sailor Ink Studio 140 is really close. For the Stern Build Night Blue, I didn't really have anything exact, like 100%. But the closest I kind of got, even though it has high sheen to it, is that Wearingeul Phantom of the Opera. It does have that kind of rich blue like this one. I do have other blues, but this one still has more like a rich purple undertone, so it's like not exact like the other ones I have. Yeah, like that's probably the closest I could get with the blues that I have. But beautiful rich, because I even have, let's see, I know I do have, yeah, even no, these other ones are definitely too regular blue. Like Shinkai is too light. But that one is, yeah, more like a dark blue black. Green one I do have something close. So if you wanted to see what the Wild War green was like, the Diamine Meadow is pretty similar. I will say the Wild War is maybe a little bit richer, like just slightly, but that green base is very similar in the two of them. So if you want to see what this one was like, you could probably get this one. And then that final one, that Star Rookie Red, I definitely don't have anything like it. I was comparing it. Obviously, first thing I did was compare it to the red that came with the other pen, which I just had the card. And now, obviously, I can't pull it up. Problem of having too many ink colors. Oh, I think it's the next one here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is the one that came with the other pen. You can see it has some really great high sheen to it, but even that red is like a deep like pinky red. I will say actually more similar to the way it was on this paper. But on the Tomoe River paper next to each other, like this is definitely more orange. And the sheen is definitely more like a neon green as opposed to this like deep green. I would say the sheening is more similar to the way it was in the Ume, but the red is not correct. And then I also was looking at I have the Tatcha Akasakura, and that even looks way too pink amongst that. So awesome. I'm really happy I don't have anything like this one. Writing wise, I would say, yeah, it's still not even similar to that red. Yeah, maybe close to the Akasakura. Maybe, but this is too light compared to that. So I could say that these two I don't have anything like, and these I do. But what's really cool about those other ones that even though I have something similar, this one's only a sample. So once I'm done with that, I'm glad I have this one as a backup. And then this one, I use this pretty often, so that's ends up being perfect. And if anything, I could give people more samples of this one than I have this bottle. But yeah, that is the 2 pens I got. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you also saw that maybe if you're into anime, keep your eye open for pens when they do collabs, because as someone who loves that kind of intersection of like hobbies and interests, like I love that about fountain pens, that like Sailor could do a really nice homage to like a show or something like that. Because I did see, like, I'm not a huge One Piece fan, but I did see some One Piece pens. I hope they'll do a really cool Jujutsu Kaisen one, because I do have the Platinum Placer collab one, which is just like, it's literally just a plain black with the name of the character on it. So it wasn't anything really cool compared to like the ones I showed on this video. But yeah, I hope they do that, and I hope they do colors like this, kind of like what Sailor's doing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see everybody in a couple weeks. All right, stay safe, and I'll see you then. Bye.